Hey everyone. Welcome to In My Opinion. I'm your host, Steffi J, Stephanie Steph, whatever you want to call me. And this is In My Opinion's YouTube page, where we will be doing roundups of everything happening in pop culture. And of course, I have to talk about my housewives, so there will always be something in there about my beloved housewives. This is the longer branch of my TikTok page, in my opinion, where I do short, quick roundups of everything happening. So let's get into it. This episode, we're going to be talking about everything that's been happening lately, specifically today. A lot of news has come out about Brittney Griner has been sentenced. Crystal and Neo are divorcing and so much more. So let's get into that. So first things first, Crystal Smith, Neo's wife, current wife, has officially filed for divorce from Neo. If you've been keeping track of everything that's been happening, you know that just, I think it was last week, she posted on her Instagram about a whole blurb about, 8 years wasted and just alluding to a lot of things. And then Neo posted on his Twitter saying that it's going to be handled privately and just, the whole respect your privacy thing that a lot of celebs put out about different things. Well, it looks like Crystal has officially filed for divorce. And in the documents, allegedly, he fathered a child with another woman. Now, this is insane because I did not see this coming. You know that they had some marital things a little while back and that they had rekindled everything and everything seemed to be going fine. They had hit a couple red carpets together. They looked really happy. They had been talking about rekindling their marriage and everything, and it looked like they were really on the right track. Well, I guess things went sour. I don't know when. Of course, that's none of my business, but it's really, really, really sad to see their marriage exploding the way that it has. They have 3 children together, and then Neo has 2 children from his previous relationship. So, there's going to be a lot of changes here, and it's really sad to see it playing out on social media. Though their kids are young, it's still a lot going on. So in my opinion, I know I kind of just gave my opinion. I just think that it's sad. I mean, nobody wants to see people's marriage fall apart. But if these things are true that Neo did, then honestly, good for Crystal for deciding to get out of it and to, be done with something like that because who wants to find out that their husband fathered another child? So, to be continued on that note, next thing, which is pretty sad, but I wanted to address it. Brittney Griner officially was sentenced today in Russia. They sentenced Brittney to 9 years in prison for intent of smuggling drugs with intent for criminal, something like that. And it's outrageous. Um, in my opinion on that is that was completely unnecessary. Um, I don't even know what the criminal intent would be. It's sad that this has happened, as Brittney said that it was a complete accident and that she had no intent of doing any criminal activity. And with having those, it was vape cartridges, marijuana vape cartridges. Correct me if I'm wrong. 9 years for something like that, and she's already been in the prison for over 6 months, hasn't been able to be with her family, her wife. It's really, really sad. And I know that President Biden put out a statement saying that they're going to do whatever they can to try to get Brittney back home. But just in general, the situation is so, in my opinion, so blown out of proportion because 9 years for something like that is absolutely insane. I know that Russia probably has their own laws that may be more strict than the laws out here. I'm not too sure about that, but it's just a really, really, really sad situation that she went out there to play basketball and that things just changed so drastically and that something like this has happened is very, very, very sad. So I'm wishing Brittney all of the best, and I'm just hoping that she can come home as soon as possible and, wash this whole thing behind her because this is really sad. And on our next note, to jump into our housewives, right now I am watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which you guys are probably also watching if you're Housewives fans. And you know that The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills just aired a new episode yesterday, which was filled with a lot of buzzworthy moment that I have been seeing on social media, specifically talking about Lisa Rinna and Sutton's moment, Erica and Sutton's moment, Erica and Garcelle talking. There was just a lot of little things happening within that episode. As you know, if you're watching the season, that Erica told Garcelle recently that she felt that Sutton was a liability. And then you know that they have the after show after their episodes, and Erica doubled down on those claims that Sutton's a liability, that Garcelle always has to clean up her messes, and said that basically, like, this is the reason why some of the ladies aren't getting as close to Garcelle, in which Garcelle and Sutton had a little kiki moment about those comments. And honestly, oh, and then you know that Lisa and Sutton had their own little tiff about the Elton John situation again, the Elton John charity situation again, which to me, let it go. I don't care if um Sutton's right. I don't care if Lisa's right. To me, in my opinion, let it go. Like, Elton's foundation is about so much more than who bought the tickets, who said thank you. And I know that Sutton brought that up to make a reference to Lisa's claim of Garcelle not saying thank you for Harry making sauce last season. I know that she was using it as a reference. At this point, we are like midway, I don't know if we're midway or halfway or whatever through the season, the new season. Let the charity situation go. Unless you guys are highlighting Elton's charity, which does so much good for people. Let the situation go of who bought what tickets and who said what. But Lisa said that Sutton tried to humiliate her and her husband, and said that she'll take you down if you talk about her husband and her children. Who wouldn't be protective of their family? I get that. I'm just saying the Elton John charity gate that they are doing this season, I just think they need to let it be. Let's highlight the amazing things that Elton's charity has done, not your guys' drama. And then, like I said, they talked about Sutton being a liability and what Garcelle and Erica had a conversation about. And I know that Erica talked about how she doesn't feel that Garcelle believes her, what she says. And Garcelle said that she doesn't believe everything. Now, in Erica's confessional, she said something about Garcelle, like how that was being judgmental, and saying, like, basically, like, as if Garcelle has already kind of come up with her own idea of Erica and stuff like that. And to me, in my opinion, I am a very big Garcelle fan. So I'm not trying to be biased here. I'm just saying, if you really listen, Garcelle says she doesn't believe everything. And to me, I'm like, at least she's being honest. At least she's not acting like she believes you and is talking behind your back and saying she doesn't. At least she's being very upfront with what she's saying. And she didn't say that she doesn't believe Erica at all. She just said she doesn't believe everything. And she said it to Erica's face. So I can respect that. And I think that what we're seeing in this season, as well as a lot of seasons with Beverly Hills, like, I love the Beverly Hills ladies, but the double standards that happen in this show, this specific franchise, is very, very agonizing sometimes, because talking about Garcelle being a loyal fan to Sutton, or talking about Garcelle not believing Erica fully and just kind of like pinning her for those things. It's the same situations that the rest of the cast does all the time. They have each other's back blindly about a lot of things, no matter what. No matter if someone's telling them to their face how they feel about something, they will always back each other up and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, or just let it be, or give this person a pass, or whatever. But the moment that someone doesn't agree, or the moment that someone, stands up for their friend that they're closer to, it's like, oh my God, like, why would you stand up for them when they're doing that? It's like, it's a double standard and it's kind of tiring. And I mean, I think we've seen it with this whole subject of Erica's drinking. Um, Garcelle has been very vocal about her concerns with it. And then you have, like, the other housewives, well, not all of them, but like Kyle has made a comment about just let her have a pass or things like that. And it's like, okay, if you're gonna always stand up for your friend blindly, don't get on other cast members about them standing up for each other. And I'm not saying that Kyle did. I'm saying I'm using that as a reference to, like, they will always have each other's back. So, Erica or any of the other cast members that may have said something about Garcelle standing up for Sutton, it's like, that's her close. She's very close to her. She's gonna probably have her back on a lot of things. And we've seen Garcelle tell Sutton tell Sutton when she's wrong. To me, that's just a loyal friend. I mean, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. So overall, I just want to see the ladies, like, quit the double standard for one and just be honest. Say, yeah, I stand up for my friend blindly. I do. And if you do it too, then you do it too. But to say, like, you shouldn't do this, but then you do it the next episode, or you've been doing it for seasons, cut it out. It's on TV. We're all seeing it. So, it's a lot. I love these ladies and I love this franchise. It's just, it makes me mad sometimes. And I know if you're a fan of Beverly Hills, if you agree, let me know. But I genuinely like this franchise, and that's why I keep coming back. But then I get so aggravated sometimes because it's like, you all know these things are on TV. Like, we can see the double standard. We can see when you get on one person about something and then you want someone to stand up for you for that same thing. Like, come on. Come on. But anyway, that's my long recap. Of course, I'm going to be back next episode. I love this cast. I think Kyle is hilarious, although, it's been a few episodes since it's happened, but the sit downs that she had with Dorit when they laughed about what Erica did to Garcelle's son has made me kind of weary, kind of upset about Kyle on this show right now. So I do love her in general. I love her on the show, but I'm not liking how she's looking this season, and that really, really, really aggravated me. And other than that, I do really like this cast in general. There's some things that I don't like, but I'm not gonna get into it because I do like to stay positive. So any of my, like, personal feelings about certain cast members on the show, they see what they do on the show. It's not for me to sit there and try to bash them or or say, like, who I don't like or don't like. I think if there's certain things on the show that happen, of course I'm gonna recap it, but I'm not gonna say who I like versus don't like, because that's not positive, and I don't like doing that. So in general, I just want to see this cast grow and become just so much fun and funny, and just quit some of the things that have been going on for seasons and seasons that have been accepted. That's my blurb. So anyway, thank you for joining in. We will, of course, be recapping more and more as everything comes out, because things always come out in social media and pop culture and reality TV, and I am here to talk about it. We're going to have our mugs always. I will always have my mug. And feel free to leave in the comments your opinion on the topics discussed today. And if you would like to get these roundups on the go, I do post quick TikToks to my page. It's in my opinion. And I know that's super long, but the word itself was taken on TikTok. So I had to do the longer the longer blurb. So again, my TikTok page, I had to double check it because I was like, wait, so was there another ... But no, there's not. In my opinion on TikTok. And make sure that you tune in here where we do our longer roundups. Share your opinions and tune in next time. See you all.